And then I cough just as it goes live. Oh, good grief. Sorry about that. I just had my baby aspirin and it got caught in my throat. Rhonda Constant, your favorite hometown medium, physical energy healer, oracle card advisor, paranormal investigator, voice for your loved ones. How's everybody doing? Yeah, I know I'm late. I'm always late. It's just the way it works in my world. Good grief, that got me hoarse. Froggy, funny. So it's Talk to Me Tuesday. Live mini mediumship readings. Just a hug from heaven. From the loved one of your choice. Ooh, I'm going to set hate voodoo on fire here if I'm not careful. Put a little sage out here for all of us. Holly, Holly, Holly. How's my Holly doing? You little adventurer, you. F. Palo Santo. Try it and get some. Gotta move that. I got Hey Dude, or Voodoo hanging out with me. And his little wispy hair is a little too close to the sage. I better move him. Wouldn't want to hurt the poor little dude. I love him. He hangs out with me in the camper. Alright. Had trouble getting the right lighting in this place to be on here. So I pulled a card for the collective since I babbled for a few minutes, even though I should be looking at the pictures. So for the collective, we got Be a Badass Love Being today. For you guys. That's right, today it's your job to fill every room you go into with laser beams of love. If you can't do laser beams, then make your heart a bubble machine and fill the room with bubbles. If that doesn't work for you, then you should bring donuts to work. Donuts make almost everyone happy. Go forth with your mission, grasshopper. So it's everybody's job to shine your light. It's everybody's job to not shine dark. Well, I guess dark, you're really not going to be shining it. To not put dark energy, heavy energy into a room when you go somewhere, even if you don't know a damn soul in there. And mine today was things get, and I thought this kind of applies to everybody too. Things get harder before you level up. Know that. You're working hard and making good life choices, and then out of nowhere a shit storm starts. Boy, I've got too many shit storms that start in my life. I'm getting tired of it. Shit storm starts and you can't figure out why. It's like mountain climbers getting to the peak. It's steeper and the weather is worse up there, but if they were to give up or spend time crying about why it's so hard, no one would ever get to the top of Everest. Most of us would rather chop off a hand than climb a snow-covered mountain, but it's still a great metaphor for making shit happen. Ain't that the truth? That is no shit, Sherlock. Oh, am I going to get in trouble for saying that S word too many times? Ask me if I care. So, Voodoo is hanging out by my coffee cup. And I haven't been reading the comments, so sorry for whoever I'm ignoring. Boy, as soon as I started to push this button to get on here live, the energy was just woo! It's been really crazy lately. I know the Lionsgate supposedly had something to do with it. I don't know that much about it. And I haven't had a chance to even look at the pictures yet. I've been busy this morning after freezing. It's freaking cold in here this morning. I had to turn the fireplace on because I don't think I have the gas turned on for the furnace. And don't know where my room heater is. It's probably under the bed, but I didn't look. I was trying to do without. Okay. Why is it I get on my page and it says I'm already off of here? Okay, I haven't been reading the comments yet, so just hang on. Okay. Let me look at the pictures. Oh my goodness, there's so many. No, there's not. Why does it say there's so many? It says there's more than there are. Alright. Okay. Peppy, get down. Peppy, get down. Right at this moment, she wants my attention. Okay. Okay, so we need to pump this up. You guys need to tell her, like all the pictures. Even if you don't care to like them, just hit the like button. It has to do with the algorithms, and their algorithms are so fussy. So like, comment, preferably share if you want to, no big deal, and subscribe to my YouTube channel. I have to get those things out there. Okay, let me see where I'm at here. Sorry. I had to twist this computer around trying to figure out where I don't get a glare, where I get some light, where it's not totally dark in here. Let me see what we got here. Boop. Okay. So, hi, Heather. Puppy, quit licking my toes. Oh, good grief. Okay, so who has a picture in here? Because they're still holding me to the pictures. They took me back to the basics, to the beginning, here several weeks ago. So I'm sticking to the pictures until my guides. Hang on. What are you pointing at? One of my guides is pointing at something out there. There's nothing out there. I don't know what he's pointing at. Well, my Harley's sitting in the garage. Harley. Too much coffee this morning. My energy says, woo! But it was energy getting ready to start this. The energy's been crazy for me lately. Okay. So, who's in here that has a picture in there? Like I say in the whatever instructions, that has not had a mini reading. These readings are little snippet readings. There's not going to be a lot of validations for you, but it should be hopefully just at least one thing so you know for sure it's them. Yeah, well, I delete the pictures every week. Every week I delete the pictures and start with fresh pictures. Or otherwise I'll have 300 pictures and I can't go through them all. The picture goes, there's a picture with two hands. One's kind of a spirit hand. And you post the picture and their first name and how they're related to you. Alright, let me look. I try to give people that haven't had a reading first chance. Unless somebody... Hang on. Unless somebody pops through that I know. Hang on. What do you want? It's funny, they don't usually bother me, or I keep them blocked out or something until I like open up to do this, and then here they come. Here they come. Heather, Tristan says you forgot something. You're forgetting something, and I think it has to do with the thing that you're getting ready to do, your suicide awareness thing. You're forgetting something. So what is it you're forgetting? He says you forgot something. You forgot something. So you might want to stop and think, even though your head's probably frazzled right now from trying to get everything together. He's going, Mom, You forgot something, Mom. But he's not saying what it is. Sorry, Heather. Something to do with writing. Something to do with writing, Heather. Or something you need to write, or something you need to print out, or something you need to sign, or something with writing. Hang on. Give me just a second. Okay. So, I hope you heard that, Heather. Make sure something is signed, or get people to sign something, or something you need to write down for your suicide awareness thing that you're getting ready to do. I gotta calm my energy. Hang on. Puppy, stop licking my toes. Stop licking my toes, you little stinker. Oh, I shouldn't have talked to her. That was a mistake. Okay. Let's see. Good morning, Lacey. Okay, Heather. Oh, you're starting to check and finalize everything. So make sure you've signed or gotten things signed that you need to. Just to double check that in your head. All right, Chris Frazier.
Your phone is ringing, and it's ringing in spectacular fashion. I just have to say
If those spam MFers don't stop calling me. Stop, puppy. Sorry, she's not leaving my feet alone, and I just got out of the shower. Barb, there's a picture on the Constant Connections page. I hope I'm on the right. Yeah, I am. With a picture with two hands, and one's a spirit hand. And I'm going to delete. Don't put it on there now, because I won't go back. I'm not going to refresh it. I don't have time. I'm only going to be on here real quick because I want to get all my work caught up today. That's why I'm out here camping alone. But I'll delete all those pictures when I get off of here, and then they'll be on there for next week if you want to put a picture up with their first name and how they're related to you. Yeah, Chris Frazier, are you still here? Just want to make sure you're here. Okay. So your sisters, and I will say, never feed a medium unless you got cookies. So if you ever go to see a medium and they start asking you a bunch of questions, as soon as you sit down, get up and leave, because they're feeding off your answers and your energy. So they shouldn't have to ask a lot of questions. I will just ask something. If I ask you a question, just yes or no, preferably. Don't give me a big story. It messes up what little logical mind I have. So I don't know if you're older or younger than her, but even if you're older, she felt like she was the older one, that she was the guiding one, and she's calling you a little brat, and she's laughing hysterically. She's not saying that in a mean way. Probably something she called you when you guys were young, you little brat. Maybe she still called you that when you were older. I still call my 30-year-old granddaughter a dork. That's just her nickname. She goes, oh, okay, I know. So you're just a dork. She'll go, I know. Well, my kids don't like to come camping with me. Nobody comes camping with me. No, I have friends, and actually there'll be at least two other campers this weekend. They'll be rolling in here Thursday or Friday. But right now, I like to get my work done. So I come out here. I want to get all caught up today. Oh, yes? Yes, she did. She's laughing about it. Like I said, she's not being mean. It's like, do it again. can't tell what she's doing. Hang on. It's like she's right around you, but you kind of know it, but you don't trust it. You feel her, but you don't trust it. It's like she's here, and then she's over here, and then she's over here, and then but you know how it feels when somebody walks into a room, you don't see them, you don't hear them, but you feel them walk in the door, and you turn around and look and go, there is somebody here. I think it's that kind of feeling. So trust that when you feel that, you know, like somebody's watching you. Not creepy. It's not supposed to be creepy, but that song is kind of about a creeper. Trust that that's her that you feel. Okay. I'm just going to butt in real quick. I got somebody stepping through. Hang on, I'll be right back, Chris. Ashley, your dad's talking about somewhere over the rainbow. Somewhere over the rainbow. So I don't know if he's talking about you're going to see a rainbow, or you see rainbows and remind you of him, or there's a rainbow coming, or you're going to see rain. I don't know. Rainbows will be a sign from him. I don't know that it has something to do with the Wizard of Oz, but it's about somewhere over the rainbow. Anyway, now go back to Chris. Dennis, he's not scared to jump in and interrupt. And anything that's said during a reading, any readings that I do, if it doesn't make any sense now, keep it in mind, because you'll either remember it later, see it later, or somebody else will validate it for you later and know what they're talking about. So, everybody needs to have a picture in before I start the readings on Tuesday. And I'm going to try to stick to every Tuesday like I used to. Anyway, let's get back to Kareem. Becky's under the picture with the two hands, but don't put it in there now, because as soon as I get off here, I'm going to delete all those pictures, and I'll repost the picture with the two hands for next week. I can't have 200 pictures in there to go through that are old pictures. And it has to be done before I start. I don't have time to go look. And, okay, Chris, every time I start to say something, she starts to say something. She says she loves you. Okay, this is a really old song. I can't believe she's going to be singing it, but she says, first thing she says, I love you more than anything. I love you a bushel and a peck. That's a song that my parents used to sing to me when I was little. I love you a bushel and a peck, and a hug around the neck. Hug around the neck and a barrel and a heap. Barrel and a heap, and I'm talking in my sleep about you. Okay, so there's something in your sleep, where you either dream of her, you've seen her, you've heard her. Know that a true visitation is dreams. When you wake up, they start to kind of fade away instantly, and you forget them in like 5 minutes. A true visitation is when you're sleeping. And the one I had, 10 years ago, I can still remember every picture on the wall, everything that was said, the color of his shoes, everything. What he was going to get for me when he walked out the door, and then I go, somebody woke me up. You've had a few. So she wants you to know that that's true, especially the ones where you remember every detail. And I've only had one that was a real clear visitation, but now they don't need to do that. They just come and yak in my face. Okay. She says, just remember what I said in the dream. Remember what I said. I love you. I love you. A bushel and a peck. Even if you guys don't know that song, go Google it. It's old. That was my confirmation. Okay. Who else has a picture in there that has not had a mini reading? We're going to start with you guys. Well then, Kat, just trust that that was real. Who has a picture? Who has a picture under the picture with the two hands like we're supposed to do that has not had a mini reading? Because there's not very many pictures on there. I'm going to have to kind of get this revved up a little bit. I mean, there's no sense in me wasting my time if nobody wants mini readings. Quit, puppy. Okay, well, I'm looking. I don't see it. Try it. Give me just a second. We'll see if we get any wine and spirits nights this week. No, no. Okay. I don't see your dad, Carl. I don't see a picture of him. Nope. I delete these pictures every week, almost every single week, unless I miss doing the Talk to Me Tuesday, and then I might leave them there until the next week. If I saved every picture that was ever put on here, there'd be several hundred. And I don't have time to go through all those. I can't. Hang on, I'm trying to read. Okay, let me scribble for a second. Like I said, these won't have a lot of validations because they're little quickies. These are just little quickies. Just a little hug from heaven. Well, Kelly Phillips, thank you very much. If you don't mind if I copy that off and put it where I've got 2 links on my Constant Connections page. I need some fresh testimonials just because it revs the energy up. It's an energy thing for me. If you don't mind if I put that comment, copy it and put it under the testimonials, because I love validations, not so I can pat myself on the back, but because I can pat spirit on the back, because they did such an awesome job coming through, and I love that I get their message to you like they want it brought to you. Thank you, Kelly. unless you want to do it yourself, however you want to word it. Okay, so these readings on Tuesdays require a picture in the correct link, their first name and how they're related to you. Very simple. And it also should require a testimonial, even if it's just a sentence, if you get a mini snippet reading, because it's only fair, a fair exchange of energy. I'm not asking for money. Okay, Mallory. Mallory. I'm going to flip over to Mallory real quick because I got to go. I want to get all my work caught up today. He's coming in with this very strong, I'm sorry energy. Know that when we pass, when we go to the other side, all we do is we lose this heavy body. This is just our car, our vehicle to run around on earth in. Our spirit and our soul are inside of here, and we use this body to have an earthly experience. When our body leaves, we still have the same soul, the same spirit. But we're cleansed when we, what word do I want to use? Transform to the other side. That's not a word I ever use. And, oh, he says he loves my voodoo. He loves my voodoo. Aw, I do too. My Tina sent that to me. But know that we're cleansed, so we don't have all that sad, heavy energy. You know, if a 7-year-old's going to listen to this, I'm not sure I'm explaining it on a 7-year-old level. So we're lighter, we're brighter. We're not sad. We don't hate anybody. We might have regrets in a way, but not like we do here. And it's not like we're down here. He does understand, okay, it's not like they're not really up there. They're really right here. It's very hard to explain, and I hope that doesn't creep you out. If he's 7, ask him if he's heard him or seen him. And maybe he was afraid to tell somebody. Oh, sorry, I'm reading Lacey's. Aw, Lacey, that's so awesome. I'm so glad to help your son. How did she know Eli called us that name when he said, I love you, little shit, or whatever it was? Oh, I'm so glad. It makes me so happy that I got his message across. He has heard him and seen me before. Sorry, I'm switching back to Mallory. Peppy, stop. I can't play right now. It's been a while. It could be. Okay, so Peppy, stop, please. Puppy wants me to throw her toy. Here. Meet Spirit. I haven't tied her hair up yet this morning, so she looks a little bit of a mess. She really looks bad. And I have to comb her top knot, put her rubber band back in. Meet Spirit. 3 pounds of a mess. Go get your toy. Put it back in me. So, okay. So, Mallory, almost all kids, until they get to be about 9 or 10 years old, can see spirit and talk to spirit, and so do animals. Animals don't stop doing it because nobody can tell them, hey, you can't have an imaginary friend. That's not real. But kids, when they get to be around 9 or 10, they kind of look around and they go, people are going to say I'm crazy if I tell them I can see my father who's gone. So they start shutting it down. So if he wants to be open to it, it's totally his choice and your choice. If he could be open to it, and he can ask, he can give him permission to step forward and talk to him however they were interacting before. You'll see little kids sometimes, little bitty kids, and they'll hold a cookie up like to the air, like they're feeding this cookie to somebody. That's because they see them, because nobody has put it in their head that that's not true, that they can't do that, if that makes sense. And it's totally your free will choice. I've been to houses and done readings where their loved one might be standing, especially like an older person would be standing off in a corner, afraid to come forward because they don't want to scare you. They don't know if they're welcome. And they're just there to check on you and make sure everything's okay, but they're not making themselves known. So if you want him to make himself known, give him permission. They cannot override your free will choice. If you don't want him to make himself known, then tell him not to. Well, these are just mini snippet readings, so you're most likely not going to get validations. If you do, you might be one, because you just little snippet readings, just a hug from heaven. And I make that very clear in the beginning. These are just free things that I do on Tuesday, just because I want to give back. And I don't charge very much, because I'm not here to make money. I'm not here to make oodles and gobs of money. I'm here because this is my purpose. This is what I'm supposed to do, is give back and help people that are hurting from the loss of their loved one. So I try to do a little bit, and I try to do several of them every Tuesday. Thank you, my Holly. Yeah, so Mallory, if he, let me see what else. He says, he's talking to his son, always know that I have your back. Even you felt him at your back. His son has felt him. Sometimes everybody feels the energy different. So sometimes it might feel like a big balloon pushing on your back, or your back might just feel some pressure, or you just might feel that, I think I said in a reading before, like somebody's watching you, or somebody's, it's a different in the pressure around you. I don't know how to explain it. That like every morning, even if I forget, it's, oh my God, I'm muttering today. Maybe I had too much coffee. Oh, I got to answer this one real quick. If my loved one passed from suicide, are you still able to connect? The reason I started doing this work is because my loved one passed from suicide. So a lot of suicides they come to me because they know I understand. Suicide is leaving by your own hand. You're not punished. You don't go to hell. Your spirit is just like anybody else's. It's loved. It's cleansed. It's taken care of. If you ask anybody on here that knows me, I talk about my Bob all the time. He's one of my main guides. He is the one. He left from suicide, and he's one of the main ones that helped me start doing this work. And like my woo-woo lady said, if he hadn't died that way, you would have never started doing what you're doing now. Well, I didn't like that very well, but anyway, let's go back to Mallory and your son. So yes, absolutely, Suicide isn't any different, no matter what is written somewhere. I don't want to say what I wanted to say. They are loved just as much as anybody else, and nobody goes to hell. As far as I'm concerned, there isn't a hell. We're in hell right now. There's only forgiveness and love when we leave. It doesn't matter if you mass murdered people. You're still forgiven, you're still loved, you're still cleansed, your spirit and your soul are still worth something to the divine, to the angels. And I work with archangels. Don't care what anybody believes. Actually, it was Bob and it was Jesus that helped me start doing this work. I was kind of drug into it. Okay, back to Mallory. Sorry. Sorry, now I forgot what I was saying. Sorry. Boy, this energy's got me. That and a little bit of coffee. Yeah. Give me just a second. I love you too. Okay. Oh, how to welcome him. Just ask him to step forward if you want him to. And we have telepathic ears up here. You don't have to talk out loud. You can. I've talked to a real live person standing right in front of me this way, but she's special. I'm special in a different way. Shut up, Holly. Oh, thank you, Kelly. That's my whole purpose. That was what I used to not want to be here on this earth. I wanted to go home. Didn't know where home was. Wanted to go home. I know I keep getting sidetracked today. But wanted to go home. Didn't want to really kill myself. I just wanted to go home. But I don't anymore, because I finally found out what I'm supposed to be doing. They finally got it through my thick head what I'm supposed to be doing. And it took Bob killing himself to do it. Isn't that terrible? I think it's terrible. I don't argue with them. Well, yes I do. I cuss them out sometimes. I cuss my team out. So, sorry, Mallory. This really isn't supposed to be a full-blown reading. If you're hearing whispers, just talk. You don't even have to know. And Mallory, I've never been okay. You ought to see what goes through my head. If you're hearing whispers, Melissa, then just listen. Just keep listening. But talk to them. Tell them, I can't quite understand what you're saying, or maybe that you need to lower your vibration so I can hear you better, or maybe you need to speak up, or maybe you need to get louder, or I think when they try to talk to you from the other side, sometimes they don't understand why you can't hear them. They think they're talking on your level. They think they're talking loud enough. So tell them. Like when the archangels come in, their pitch is extremely high, and I have to tell them, hey, you got to lower your vibration to mine. I can't raise mine up that high if I'm going to understand what you want. His dad said he's there almost all the time. So Talk to him all you want to. I promise you 1,000% he can hear you, he can see you. You just can't do the opposite. At least, not totally. So talk to him all you want to. He's not too busy to talk to you. Archangels are not too busy to talk to you or help you with what you need. People go, well, they got other things to do. No, they don't. That's their job. If you're hearing the high pitches, usually it's in one ear. Not always, but most of the time it's in one ear. If it's them, tell them your vibration's too high, you need to lower it so I can understand you. It doesn't always work for me. Sorry, I know I'm bopping around. Yeah, it's usually my left ear too. And Bob usually stands on my left. Well, that's cool that he got a shirt. Mallory, is he going to be playing football? I was just going to ask if your son's going to be playing football, because Gregory said something about football, and I don't know if he was just, I didn't get it out before you typed that. It said something about football, so I thought he meant that your son's getting ready to play football. Maybe he's acknowledging that he knew that. So for all of you hearing high pitches in one ear, uh-oh, why is my thing getting dark? For me anyway, the higher the pitch, the higher the vibration, which it means if it's extremely high, piercing noise, that's an archangel. The lower the pitch, when it gets down to more of a hum, it's usually like a loved one or somebody with a little less high as vibration. Okay, I'm going to get out of here because I really want to get my readings caught up today. Because my grandson broke both of his legs, and so we've had multiple. Actually, somebody else had to take him to physical therapy today. We got his staples and stitches out yesterday, and he's been on PT since he got out of the hospital. We immediately got him in there. So we've had lots of doctor's appointments and stuff, and I spent 6 days in the hospital with him without leaving. So I'm kind of behind, so I apologize to anybody that was waiting. Got to do what you got to do. So I actually got a day to get away and come out here and get some work done without interruption. Okay, so I'm going to get out of here so I can get my work done, and Puppy won't leave my feet alone. I got to get her hair out of her face. Much love, you guys. I should be here this coming Tuesday. I better look at my calendar because of these doctor's appointments and physical therapy and stuff. It'll depend on when they make the appointments next week. Boop, boop, boop. Puppy, quit. It's getting annoying. Right now it's open. So see you all about 10:30. I always say about 10:30 because I'm usually 5-10 minutes late at least. And make sure I'm going to delete all the pictures on there. Look for when I repost in about 5 minutes. When I repost the picture with the two hands, put a picture of your loved one, their first name, and how they're related to you. It's just the way I've always worked, and I try not to ask for too much information. Like I said before, never feed a medium. If they can't directly talk to spirit, then don't give them the information. Don't give them information. Gina, where the heck have you been? I haven't seen you in forever, and you just live around the corner. Or maybe I just don't see you go by. You heard about the grandson, right, Gina? You might see him sitting out in the driveway in his wheelchair. Honk at him or stop and say hi if you see him sitting out there, Gina. I don't even know what you drive now, so I don't. So if you go by, I wouldn't even know it was you. You like it that way. You like being incognito where I can't find you. Anyway, if you see him sitting out in the driveway in his wheelchair, stop and say hi to him. He's had a tough time. Yeah, he's had a tough time with it. You know, being young and being stuck at home with grandma. That's pretty rough and boring. But he's doing good. He's getting much better. He's strong. Vicki Lynn, how are you? I hope you're feeling good lately. Now we're just chatting. I got to get out of here. Good morning, beautiful to you, Vicki Lynn. Yeah, he kind of wore Grandma out. I got a day to be away, actually. Somebody else had to take him to physical therapy this morning, and I got to work today. Got to get some work done. So I got away from the house. He's getting self-sufficient again. Okay, love you guys. Gotta go. Okay, sorry about jumping in and out so many times, Mallory, but sometimes that's the way these little snippet readings work. No, I can't imagine what you're feeling, Vicki. I cannot imagine. I've not had that experience, and I don't want it. Day by day, Vicki, it's something you'll never get over. You just learn how to live with it. But know that he hears you and he sees you all the time, 100%. Promise you, 1,000%. And he wants to thank you for being so understanding and having his back. No matter what happened, you had his back. No matter what stupid thing you did, you had his back. And he's thanking you for that. You never gave up on him. And he never gave up on you. It was like you both had each other. He says that you, Vicki Lynn, he says you both held each other up at different times. Sometimes it'd be him pulling you up, and sometimes it'd be you pulling him up. It was like sometimes you both pulled each other down. But then you still had each other to lean on to get back up. If that makes sense. That's what he's saying. He's making noises in the next room, and I don't know why that is. I've got to get out of here. It seems like it's usually when you're never in the same room. It's like if you walk out of the kitchen and then you hear a noise in the kitchen. It's like it almost never happens when you're in the same room. I have no idea why. Or it never happens when you're looking at it. It'd be behind your back. I don't know why. So you know that's him. He says he's trying to rattle your brain, Vicki. I don't think, he doesn't mean that in a bad way. He's trying to wake you up. He's trying to rattle your brain in a way that is in a good way. Like, wake up. Are you doing something you're not supposed to, Vicki Lynn? Puppy, don't. Puppy, don't. Puppy, don't. There's people standing in the water fishing. Hey, you're not the guard dog of the campground. So, he's trying to get your attention. Like, don't do that. Don't do that. Don't do that. So if you, maybe not every time you hear the noise in the next room, but a lot of times he's trying to distract you, trying to get your attention. Something about stopping you from doing something that you're doing, or thinking about doing, or going to do. I'm not sure. With that, I'm out of here. I got work to do. Love you all. Give me 5 minutes to delete the picture with the 2 hands and post back up for next week. Yes, very much so. I can hear him saying that right now, because he would have to pick each other up, but he would always help keep each other down too, and that wasn't the best. Yep. Yeah, probably telling me to spend the rest of my time enjoying Brooke and grandbabies and not to lay here wasting what's left. Absolutely. Absolutely, Vicky. Yep. And you need to help Brooke. You got to be strong for Brooke too. Especially the babies. Especially the babies. They need you. Love you too, Vicky Lynn. Love you. Love you long time. Known you long time. He's yelling, "I love you, Mom," and he's blowing you kisses. Like big ones, like mwah. Like big ones. So maybe he used to do that, or maybe the kids do that, and if you see the kids doing that, you'll know he's doing that to them. That they're learning that from him. Because most little kids see them. Hi, Sarah. I seriously got to go. I want to get all my work caught up today. Because I got to get back home and take care of the grandson. And it's a beautiful day today, even though I froze my ass off this morning. Testimonial, there's 2 different links on the Constant Connections page that say testimonials. Should be right probably underneath this. 2 different links, 2 different threads. I guess I should say threads. Boy, my energy's crazy. I need to go outside and dig my feet in the dirt and ground myself. And so just like a paragraph, or not a paragraph, a sentence or 2 is fine. Just would like some new energy in there. It helps. And I'm not out to make money with it. It helps the energy of everything on my page. Like, comment, share, subscribe to my YouTube. One of these days I'll get started over there. Okay, much love to y'all. Gonna run. Rhonda Constant, your favorite hometown medium, physical energy healer, oracle card advisor, paranormal investigator, voice for your loved ones. Later. Love y'all.